Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video, let's talk about my Desire series, guys, and we'll be talking about an upcoming episode that's about to go down in my Desire series, and it's quite an interesting episode. So without wasting more time, let's dive straight into the video to find out what Mahima is up to this time around. But before I continue into the video, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Kashvi asks Mahima to tell what is the real reason behind her drama. Then Adi asks Kashvi why did she call them here. Kashvi asks Arjun to take his wife from there, while Arjun says but. Then Mahima says I was never unwell. Then Arjun tells Mahima that he understands everything slowly and says Karan is your real son, while Dadi asks Kashvi to get married. So in the flashback before the event started, Kashvi told Mahima that she will tell this to Arjun, and then Mahima says don't tell this to Arjun and says she has done this to save her marriage. She says she wants her to go away from Arjun and her, and tells that she is feeling insecure. She says, I feel insecure like you used to feel when you were married to him. So Kashvi says, I am not here to snatch him. While Mahima says, you have come between us as Arjun thinks about you and says you are in his mind, though you are separated physically. She says he thinks about you even in sleep and talks about you. She says it is not love but this male ego which is hot as you are independent and managing things alone. She says when you were with her, then you have sacrificed your wishes for him. So she says Arjun took 5 years to clear the civil services exam, so that's why he wants to get you to satisfy his male ego. Kashvi then says okay, I agree that you want to separate Arjun from me, and says she is not foolish to believe her. So she asks her to tell the real reason of her drama. So Mahima says she did this so that Vishal steals the papers from your office and you get thrown out of your job. Kashvi walks shocked. Then Mahima thinks I have to stop her and regrets for failing her own plan. Then Kashvi goes to his cabin and sees Vishal seeing the papers. She slaps him and gets the papers from him, while she asks how dare you to steal the papers. Then Vishal says Mahima asked me to do this. Mahima gets shocked and then Kashvi asks if you don't have mind of your mind. If Mahima asks you to do murder, then will you do? Mahima thinks he is useless not to do a simple work on time and thinks Arjun might know about this. So Kashvi says you agreed as you always wanted that I shall get thrown out of this job. But I have the authority to throw you out of this institute and you can't become a civil officer. Vishal asks her not to do this and says my career will be ruined. Then Kashvi gives him the last warning and chance and says she will not spare him next time. Vishal goes, then Kashvi looks at Mahima and says it will be good for you to leave her dirty tactics and says if you try to create problems in my life, then I will take legal actions against you and nobody can save you from my anger. Mahima says she will not do this and then goes. Aditya comes to Kashvi and asks why did you call us? He says we were about to bring the doctor. Kashvi says it is not needed now. Aditya then says Mahima is unwell and needs the doctor. So Arjun says I am confused, what are you saying? Mahima comes and says I was never unwell. She says I was fine completely. So Arjun asks what happened all that. Then Mahima says she acted to be possessed by ghosts to get his love. While Arjun asks if she is mad and says our mission is delayed due to you. He says you have disappointed me. Then Kashvi asks Arjun to live with his wife, while Arjun apologizes to Kashvi for her drama. Aditya asks Kashvi if Mahima was mad and says he will drop her home. Later, Arjun confronts Mahima and says mission was in danger and I would have lost my job also. Mahima says she did this to get his love and attention. Then Arjun says I am doing this job for you and the family. Then he says if I don't do the work, then how will I fulfill your luxurious demands? He says you made me bankrupt. Mahima says I need you Arjun and says which you don't give. Arjun asks what will you get by taking my time and if will you take my time this way by acting as ghost. Understands her plan and says you made master plan when Aditya refused to stop me from going for the mission. Mahima then says, I have done this for our son, for us and our marriage. She blames him and tells that she has seen everything. Then she says, you are with me, but you still love Kashvi even now, as she is independent and moves ahead, and you don't care for me as I am just a housewife. So Arjun takes her out and says there is nothing between Kashvi and me. He says Karan is your real son and asks if she ever woke up to make Karan ready to go to school and went to pick and drop her. No. So he says I spend time with him whenever possible and tells him stories. He says Karan gets ready to go to school himself and does his own work though he is 5 years old. I ask you to give food but you scold him badly. He then asks if she has ever done duty of a wife and asks if you gave me tiffin and says you can just write to have food in canteen. He asks, did you know my training timings? And asks, did you even give time to your husband? Did you give care and affection to me? He says, I accept that I prioritize my work and asks, what did you do for me and Karan? Then Mahima asks if I didn't do anything. Arjun then says, you create problems in Karan and my life. Mahima then goes to Karan's room and takes the knife and shouts so that he wakes up. Karan wakes up, then Mahima tells Karan that she has to die due to his father. Karan tells Arjun that Mama loves him a lot, while Arjun asks Mahima to leave the knife. Mahima thinks Karan can save her from any situation. Kashvi tells Dradi that Destiny is playing games with me, while Dradi says Arjun is doing this and says he was running behind Mahima when he was with you, and when he is with Mahima he is running behind you. She says this means Arjun can never love anyone truly. Guys, it's quite drama going down in My Desire series this time around. You can see that actually Mahima tried to sabotage Kashvi and ruin Kashvi's reputation, but the plan backfired as Kashvi got to find out about Mahima's plan with Vishal. And then Kashvi called Aditya and Arjun to expose the whole incident. But it happened that now Mahima is blaming Arjun for all the things and he tried to get Arjun's attention, and that is why she was trying to do what she was doing. Guys, what do you think about the episode? What do you think about the drama that Mahima is putting up? Please drop what you think on the comment section. And as we do that, please don't forget that it's still UG updates. In case you are yet to subscribe to UG updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright guys, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I really love you guys, and that